I wanted to make it through an entire show tonight. I badly wanted to make it through an entire show without talking about officiating. And I thought I was going to. On the flight home last night, I missed holding call here and there. Targeting, I always have problems with it. But I thought we were going to make it through a show without talking about officiating. And then I looked at my phone. And I had one person, 2 people, 10 people, 30 people saying, dude, Wake Forest just had an entire game stolen from them. And I said, don't start this, not this again. One blown call in an entire afternoon, stole a game from you, really? And then I went and watched. And I don't know any other way to put it. ACC officials stole a game from Wake Forest yesterday. You're looking at the game here. Bradley, just loop it for a second. So here's the situation. If you're listening on pod, Wake Forest is up 23-20. Minute 51 to go. Georgia Tech has no timeouts left. They have the ball. Wake has the ball. They're up. Opponent has no timeouts left. It's third down. Basically, they need a first down, game's over. Georgia Tech jumps off sides badly to the point where center does exactly what he's supposed to do, snaps the ball. Robbie Ashford at quarterback does exactly what he's supposed to do. He throws the ball up. Why wouldn't he? Consequence free, right? At worst, we're going to get 5 yards and we're going to get a replay of third down. They didn't throw the flag. So what did that do? Well, what it did was it made the down count, and it's an incomplete pass, so it stops the clock. And Wake has to punt. And guess what Georgia Tech did? Marched right down the field, kicked field goal, tied the game, go into overtime, win the game. Flat out stole the game from Wake Forest. Not many people will care. It won't create an outrage campaign because it was just Wake Forest. Here's the situation. Yet again, college football has allowed itself to be a laughingstock, and college football officiating has fundamentally changed the outcome of a game. I, as you know, am always the first one to tell you that blown calls don't decide games. However, there are instances where a game in any other case is over except for a call that makes it not be over. Like, this is one of those situations. So I was going back and forth with some people about this today. Hey, really quick timeout. We'll get right back to the video. Do me one favor. Make sure you're subscribed. It helps us keep the show free. It helps us keep the lights on. It helps us keep doing college football year-round, and we appreciate it. All right, back to the video. I don't know what started this, but I posted that earlier today, and then some people came in my mentions and they said, oh, you're going to point that out but not point this out? And they were showing like missed holding calls in the Penn State game. And I watched the clips, and absolutely, I think those are missed holding calls. If you think that is equal to what we're talking about here in terms of outrage, I don't agree with you. Because holding, even the egregious missed holding calls, even an egregious missed face mask, it's still a play moving at 100 miles an hour. And in the case of holding, it's a judgment call. Hopefully you're making proper judgment on it. But at least I kind of somewhat get when holding calls are missed. This is academic. To see that a guy is in the neutral zone at the snap, to see that a guy is offsides requires 2 things: eyesight and a flag in your pocket. I could take someone on day one who knows nothing about this sport, line them up right here. They're on the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful thing. They put an official right there. It's called the line judge. And his job is to just look across the field. And if someone is in between him and the ball, it means they're offsides. And we're going to throw a flag until the game's on the line, in which case we don't throw a flag. So now we get in a situation where I want to remind you now, Georgia Tech happened to be in this game. Georgia Tech a couple of weeks ago beats Clemson. They stormed the field. They got fined. They owe the ACC money. Jake Dickerts, the new head coach at Wake, had he stepped to a podium yesterday and trashed this, he would have been spot on and he would have gotten fined. You know what the ACC league office had to do? They had to do nothing. They chose to release a statement where they admitted they messed up. And that's it. That's it. You know, your livelihood's based on you winning football games. Those players, they don't get a do-over. But what we're going to do is we're going to say we screwed up. something totally within our power, we screwed up, we don't owe you any money. You owe us money when you screw up, or when you point out accurately that we screw up. We don't owe you a dime when we screw up and we cost you something. College football, billion-dollar industry, nickel and dime officiating mechanism. And again, no one really has to answer for it. There's no transparency. And even when they tell you someone had to answer for it, I guarantee you whoever blew that call, they may sit out a couple of weeks. They'll eventually just be on another crew, and all's well that doesn't end well. And that's what you have to deal with. That's what you got to swallow. It's college football officiating. What can we do about it?